Hi, welcome to pathlesstrodden. I'm Alison, and you join me this morning in this beautiful garden in the house where I've been house and cat sitting for the last week. Really enjoyed this beautiful, beautiful garden. What I want to talk to you about today is the changes that have been taking place in my diet in the last couple of months. As you may know from reading my website, I've got an endocrine disorder called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. And a couple of months ago I did a course with a highly respected clinic in New York that deals with PCOS naturally, which is what I want to do. And they suggested to me that I might think about including some animal produce in my diet. Initially I was very resistant to this idea because I've been vegetarian for a long time, vegan for 2 years, and I've been eating raw vegan for just over a year and a half. So initially I was horrified by the idea, but I thought back to why I went vegan and why I went raw in the first place, and that was to improve my health. That's my quest. I want to be the best person I possibly can be. And I thought, well, perhaps I haven't been able to deal with PCOS completely, so perhaps it's worth listening. I'm not attached to any dogma with my food, and I thought I'd give it a go. I do think that 100% raw is fabulous for detox, and boy, I think I needed some detox. As you probably know, I was double this weight. I lost 140 pounds, and I think there was a lot of rubbish in my system that needed getting rid of, and certainly being raw saw my health improving, my skin really looking much better. But I haven't been able to deal with my PCOS completely. So perhaps in the long term I do need to think about some animal produce for the fat-soluble vitamins and also to help balance my blood sugar. So what I started with were eggs and salmon, because those were the two things I gave up last because I like the taste of them. So I found some organic eggs in Italy, that was no problem. Had a few more problems with salmon because the salmon that I saw in the shops and the fish that I saw in the shops I just didn't want to eat. But I managed to find some line-caught wild Alaskan smoked salmon, which was raw, which I included in my diet, and I have been for a couple of months. In addition to that, I've discovered raw dairy, which I'm really excited about. I gave up normal dairy, by that I mean pasteurised dairy, about 10 years ago because I was allergic to it. Particularly I got bad mucus, it's horrible, and I love to sing and it just stopped me doing that. So I've been off dairy for ages. But I was reading about unpasteurised dairy and how it's full of enzymes and how the proteins are in a more natural state, so they're not as allergenic, how it's got really loads of vitamins and minerals in it which pasteurisation destroys. So I've been using some raw cow's milk and goat's milk, and I've been making kefir with it, which is really easy to do. The kefir puts lots of probiotics into the milk, which is much better for digestion and much better for your stomach. And really, I love the taste of it, and I've not had any allergenic response to it. It's been going down really well. So, in the future, I see my diet as being a very, very large percentage raw still. I love my raw food, I love the enzymes, I love the way it tastes, and I love my juice. But I will be including some eggs. At the moment they're cooked. In the future I'd like to experiment with raw eggs, but I haven't got to that point quite yet. Some raw dairy and some fish as well. I want all of my produce to be organic. That is so important to me. Not only for the health of my own body, but also because I respect the animals and the produce they're providing me and what they're giving to me, and I want them to live in the best way possible for them. I also think it's really important to have minimal processing in my food. The processing that's done should be to improve the quality and digestibility of the food, like I'm doing with the kefir, but not just to titillate my taste buds. Wholesome is the answer with minimal processing. And I hope that with these changes will come an improvement in my PCOS systems, and hopefully I'll be stepping even further along the path to the ultimate me and the most healthy me possible. So I look forward to sharing my discoveries with you in the future. Thanks for listening. Bye.